Hey there, I'm James.
And I'm Ethan.
Together, we're alter ego. This is our story. We didn't always share a body. Let me take you back to where it all began. I grew up in a wealthy family and attended a prestigious middle school. That's where I met Ethan. We were complete opposites. I was the head of the football team. He was the head of the science club. But somehow we clicked immediately and became inseparable. Ethan was always experimenting with something new, endlessly curious about how things worked. That curiosity eventually led to his dream of teleportation. We stayed close all the way through high school and college. Ethan went to a top-tier program for quantum physics to study teleportation, while I focused on fitness and health. One day, Ethan called me to his lab, saying he'd made a major breakthrough. When I got there, he showed me his teleportation device, a machine capable of breaking matter into quantum data, transmitting it, and reconstructing it elsewhere. He demonstrated by teleporting objects and even small animals across the lab. It was incredible. Then he had an idea.
How about teleporting ourselves to my house for lunch? It's safe. I've already tested it on myself.
I hesitated but trusted him. After all, this was Ethan, my closest friend, and I was getting hungry. We stood in the teleportation chamber, bracing ourselves as the machine powered on. The process started smoothly. The lights dimmed, and the chamber hummed with energy. But just as the teleporter was about to activate, a power surge caused the machine to misfire. The lights flickered, alarms blared, and the chamber trembled.
Ethan! Something's wrong!
Then, before we could react, everything went black. When I opened my eyes, I found myself in Ethan's garage, just as planned. The teleporter had worked. But when I looked around, Ethan was gone. I called out, "Ethan? Where are you?" Then I heard his voice, but it wasn't in the room. It was in my head.
James, I can hear you, but it's dark. Where am I?
I froze. "Ethan, are you in my head?" I asked. He didn't know, but he replied,
Let me try to access your eyes.
Before I could process what was happening, I blacked out. When I woke up, I was standing near the Thomas Jefferson Memorial. In a dazing headache, I stumbled toward the water, needing a moment to think. I looked at my reflection, relieved to see myself, until it shifted. My clothes, my face, everything changed. Suddenly I was staring at Ethan's reflection. I couldn't move. Then I heard Ethan's voice.
Relax, James. It's still us. When I take control, the body changes to look like me. But don't worry, it'll shift back to you when you're in control.
Sure enough, the reflection shifted back, and I was myself once more. That's when Ethan and I realized we weren't two people anymore. We were sharing one body. Over the next few days, Ethan explained what likely happened. The power surge caused the teleportation machine to misinterpret our quantum data. Instead of reconstructing two separate bodies, it merged our molecular patterns into one. Our consciousnesses, our physical traits, they were now entangled. And Ethan retained quantum energy, which gave him the ability to teleport us anywhere at will. And I thought I was left out. But later on, I discovered I could absorb and convert energy, electricity, heat, even kinetic force, and channel it into bursts of speed and strength. Whenever Ethan teleported, I could absorb the leftover quantum energy and use it however I needed.
The teleportation process rewired us on a molecular level. We're not just sharing a body, we've become something entirely new.
We haven't told anyone about what happened. Not yet. Ethan is still working on a way to separate us. But in the meantime, we've learned to adapt. By combining our strengths, we've become an unstoppable team, ready for whatever comes next. This is who we are now.
And this is our story.